Hey, welcome back to 20-something.
I'm your host, Taryn Painchob.
And I'm your other host, Ashlyn Ingle.
It's true. She is a married woman.
I am, and so is Taryn.
We're both married.
And she officially changed her name, and so did I.
I think the last time that
It was like right after your wedding.
yeah, so I was married the last time we chatted, but since then it's been probably a year and a half.
Yep.
Whatever.
Probably over.
We've been
honestly.
itching to do this again because it's just such a fun project, and I've recently been listening back to some of them, and it's so fun to just listen to what was happening in our lives and like the topics that we talk about. Yeah? Or no? What?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Is it weird?
No, it is. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird for me. It's not like bad weird. It's just like weird, you know? Like the video
The video podcast, the last one we did.
haunts me.
So, explain why.
I just like don't like myself in it.
Yeah. So yeah, the last time that we recorded, Ashlyn had just got engaged.
Yeah.
Again.
Taryn had just gotten married.
This was a year, May?
Yeah.
So a year and a half almost for real. Since then, Ashlyn's kicked it into high gear and she's been really focusing on her health, and I feel like that's really important.
Thank
and
you.
I have been trailing behind slowly and like thinking about it.
You've been doing great.
No, I haven't. And speaking of that, I am running a half marathon in 2 days.
You are, what?
Yeah, in 2 days, and I have not ran since June.
Wait.
Okay, so here's the thing.
On Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday morning.
Is it the grandma's thing?
No, so that's in June. So that's the last time I ran was that. And so, okay.
Wait, where is this?
Okay, so this is in Bloomington, and I'm running it with my friend Allie. So she recently
rave girl?
Yes, she recently got into running, last like 5-6 months, and she ran her first half, and then
I could never.
she knew that I was running, that I like to run, and then she was like, "Do you want to do a half marathon with me?" And this was like right after grandma's, and so I was like, "Yeah, let's do it. That sounds really fun." Since then, I have not ran once. I couldn't get myself to do it. And oh my God, I'm running in 2 days, 13.1 miles.
What are you going to do?
I'm just going to try. I don't fucking know. My legs are going to break. I have to like bring in my inner Adam Strife. Adam Strife is our friend who like,
he did this at the grandma's.
yes, but he did the full marathon.
That's actually insane.
And he didn't train really. I mean, like training for a full marathon takes a lot of time and effort. And
I can't even imagine.
and he's somebody that's like, fuck it, whatever. So he was like, I'm going to do it. Haha, whatever. And so he literally ran it. I think it took him 7 hours. For somebody who like trains and runs a marathon, I think like an average person, it would probably take them like 3.5, maybe 4.
Really?
Yeah. So he like
that's super fast.
he like ran, walked, he stopped and like did a couple shots, a beer, and like whatever.
I would be doing that.
And so I have to just like, cause I cannot back out on this because that is so lame. So I really think I've just like stopped like working out, like actually going to the gym, working out and running, because I've been playing so much pickleball.
Oh God.
Because like, no, it's because, because, you know, you've played pickleball. It's hard work. You're sweating.
Yeah.
It's like it's a workout.
Really hard.
You're playing a sport.
It's like fun, but like not to the level that you take it.
Of course. And because I'm a psycho and I really like.
Let's just put it this way. Literally every time that I check Taryn's sim on Find My Location, she's at
stalker.
Well, like, I want to know what you're doing. Or you'll be
That's exactly what a stalker does.
Or you'll be posting, like, I'm just sitting at home working because I'm working and I'm bored or whatever, you know.
Yep.
And I'll be like, oh, okay, what's Taryn doing? Or I want to like text you or call you or something to like ask you to go to a coffee shop or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll look and you'll be at Shakopee, Drop Shots.
Yeah, always.
And I'm like, perfect.
It's so like.
And then the snaps after
Yeah.
solidify.
Yeah. For me, pickleball is like, so like when people,
Pickleball is life.
it is like,
Thank you.
I literally like, I'm like, I want to do like individual lessons. I'm like purchasing.
Like you want to do,
No,
give lessons?
No, I want to be given like private lessons to like get better. Like I want to practice. I was like telling like Cameron and my mom, I was like, if I could just like go in fully and be like, I'm gonna, like a professional athlete does, and like I'm gonna commit my time and money into, if somebody like came up to me, say like I was like playing in a league and somebody came up to me and was like, you have like some real talent, I'd love to work with you and like really get you, I would be like, yes, let's do it every day from 5 to 7. I would like literally go in so hard. For me, it's like not
Is there
just like
anyone even like around that does that?
like I just kind of described like a scouter, but I don't that's not like not a thing, and I'm also not good enough to do that. But you know, when you work out, first of all, you feel so good after, and during, it kind of like takes your mind off of literally anything else. So for me, it's like playing. One, I love it. I'm so competitive. I like being active. It's something that I like can physically like work towards. And
it's like playing
it's
a
just
sport when you were growing up.
Yeah, it's just like everything that I've been missing since I graduated high school. And I love like I get to play with my family. They can play with me. I get to play with Cameron, and like tournaments, like a fun thing to do on the weekends. And it's
for anyone who doesn't know, Cameron is her husband.
Yeah, Cameron's my husband. Thank you. I feel like if you're listening to this right now, it's you probably know.
1000%.
Because
no one else
there's there's no fucking strangers listening to this.
No,
let's get this.
Let's be real.
Yeah, let's be real right now.
Sorry about that.
I just choked to death. But other than that, I will be running that on Sunday.
I'm scared
and so
for
I
you.
think what you'll probably be seeing of me is me in a wheelchair for the next month maybe.
I don't know. I've never done that.
Here's the thing. I think I can do it, but I really do think that I'm going to be in like serious pain. And I'm supposed to play pickleball that night.
Oh my God.
And
on Sunday?
And Monday.
Wait,
and
why?
in leagues.
You're going to have to cancel.
I can't.
Find a sub.
You know what I'm kind of hoping?
What?
I feel bad that it gets rained out.
I mean, that's a good possibility. Let's check the weather.
I'm really hoping that I get an email on Saturday night that says,
sorry,
we're not doing it.
Let me check WeatherBug.
Oh my God.
All right.
Like, please.
Bloomington?
Yeah. My real thoughts are I had anxiety about it this morning.
Too.
And
that's actually crazy that you're doing that.
I know. It's my own fault.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's wrong with me?
You're like the procrastinator that like, you know, something important is happening, but instead of doing anything related to that, you'd rather just do anything else.
That is me to a T in every aspect of my life. Is it going to rain?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You want me to do the hourly and check? What time is it at?
Maybe 8 a.m.?
Okay, here we are.
So
you're golden.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yes. I'm sorry, but I just...
It'll be raining from 1 a.m. until 11. Oh my God.
It's like raining all day.
And the next day too.
Oh my God.
Monday.
So cross your fingers.
Like storms.
Because I don't want to miss out on league. Okay, let's change the subject because nobody cares.
Yeah, we're getting too deep into this. We like made a list for like what we're gonna talk about since it's been so long. The only 4 things that I have, we're back. Lots has changed. I got married. Taryn plays pickleball.
And that wasn't really new, but I've gotten better and I've committed. I play like every day now.
Literally.
So let's talk about your wedding. Okay. Because I got to talk a little bit about mine. And
like
I want to
barely we like focused on my
I don't really care. Mine was amazing.
Engagement.
It was perfect. It was the best day of my life. Like I wouldn't have changed one thing, and it was
amazing.
And it's already been over a year and a half.
That's so weird.
Yeah. But yours was semi recently. It was August 30th.
9 weeks ago today.
Oh.
We celebrate weekly.
Yeah. Oh my God. So you're like the like middle school couple that's like goes on
like
Instagram. It's like happy like 1 week.
Yep.
Happy.
Yeah. When we were on our honeymoon,
Happy
I was
94
like, happy
days.
1 week.
Yeah. I
Each
remember
week
that.
He gets a present.
Well, 1 week it's like okay.
That's huge.
But the
month is big, but unfortunately that was not a celebration because of some unfortunate things that happened to a family member.
Okay.
On that day.
Yeah.
2 months we forgot.
In 2 months it was
2 days ago. We just forgot.
Yeah.
So today was the 9 weeks. So we celebrated today.
Yeah. So tell me about like the day and how you feel like it went from start to finish.
Okay. So obviously this is something that you plan for like your entire life. Like I've thought about this day since I was literally like I first started liking boys. So what?
9th grade? I'm just kidding. What? Like whatever. You're
like 5.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, so a lot goes into it. It's very stressful. The months leading up to it, I literally thought I was going to murder someone. So many tears, everything. So like you get to the point where you're just like, let's get this fucking over with.
Yeah, and that's not even the point. Like that sucks that like.
Yeah, but then the day, this is what I'm getting to. When the day comes, it's like so worth it. It's the best day of your entire life, and you just wish you could live that day every single day because you're with the people you love. Like every single person who's like had an impact in your life and your partner's life is there celebrating your love, and it's just a whole day like. Mainly focused on me, which obviously I love.
Obviously, it's Ashlyn's like literal dream.
Yeah. So, okay. So that's like the lead up. What do you like? You want me to go into?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna put a photo because we're recording, and so we'll probably put this on YouTube, and it will just be on Spotify.
And it's in 0.5, so just like.
Give us a little grace because we are warped probably, or I'm just fat. I'm not sure. I'm figuring that one out.
We're just big backs.
But what I was going to say is I'm going to put a photo of Ashlyn as a bride up on the screen. And then I also want to put up a photo of like from my wedding, me as a bride and you together, you know, that individual photo, and then the vice versa. Yeah. So that you can just like see them all because it's so cool to see them next to each other. Also, what I'm so fucking pissed about is at my wedding, we did that TikTok transition. And then like we waited for so long till your day to do it, and then we didn't do it. But that's the thing, like the day goes like this. I feel like during the actual day, like second by second, it kind of like goes slowly, but then all quickly.
I'll like literally. Also, the reason that I didn't get like photos or videos with anyone like on phones is because I was literally shitting myself like the whole day, like so scared. So like we got there at 8 a.m. Oops. Shauna and I slept together. That sounds so bad.
Shauna and I fucked the night before. I'm
no,
just kidding.
You can't say that.
Sure this is recording. Hi.
Okay. So like Shauna and I stayed together. That's the word.
Because you weren't going to, because Ashlyn loves the tradition, being a traditional queen, and she loves to do shit like that. I wanted to do like you stay with your bridesmaids, you make all the fun TikToks and everything. But then like the week leading up to it, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I just like Sean is like the one person who can calm me down. Like, I'm a very anxious person. So I was like, okay, maybe we'll see how the day goes. Like, we have the rooms, like we'll see what happens. And then the day of, Sean was like, no, we're staying together. And I was like, okay, thank God. Like, yeah. And then when you wake up in the morning, you get to be like, bye, I love you. Well, and Sean drove us to the venue, which was really cool. Because then he was like, good luck. I'll see you later. Give you a hug and kiss. And I'll just say, sorry for like speeding this up a little bit, but jumping forward. We literally, it's like 7 a.m. We roll up to the venue. Ashlyn steps foot outside the car and just starts bawling. I think the anxiety and the overwhelming, like it was kind of like a release, like oh my God, we're here. And also just the lingering anxiety of like, what the fuck is going on? It's like very overwhelming.
Well, yeah, it was just so much. The night before, okay, yeah, I'm jumping back. But
That's
like
okay.
the night before, we had our rehearsal dinner at the hotel that everyone was staying at.
And that was so good.
Yeah.
That was really
It
fun.
was so fun. Everyone, sorry, I just thought of something that's so funny. I'll get to that. But everyone was like basically out of town except like a few people, and then my family lived in Sioux Falls. So basically everyone was staying at this hotel. So rehearsal dinner, we're getting drunk. At the beginning, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've seen like all over TikTok how people are like, don't get drunk, like you'll regret it.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Make sure that's by your mouth.
Yeah.
Perfect. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna follow that rule. Like I'm only having 2 Hainans. We're getting ready. And I'm with Sydney and Sydney, 2 of my best friends, and they're like going ham. Like they're going hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like already drinking shots, like doing the jazz, like on the jazz. That's normally how it is every time we're together. It's just like the first night we full send it, and then the next couple days we're like miserable. But I knew that could not be me on my wedding day.
Yeah. And you especially get super hungover. So that was like not an option.
Yeah. But then I like low key kind of did it. So I didn't tell anyone this because I didn't want anyone to be like concerned. But I had, I don't know, quite like not a lot of high noons, probably like 4, 2 shots. So like I was feeling it.
Yeah.
After the rehearsal dinner, we all go into someone's hotel room. We're playing games. We stay up like what? Probably till like 1.
Yeah, I'd say probably 1.
So then, yeah, we go back to the hotel room. I wake up a little bit hungover, anxious poopies.
Diarrhea.
Yeah, so it just was like a whole nother level. But another thing I wanted to say, the rehearsal dinner, since we didn't do it at the venue, like we didn't do a practice run, that is like one of my regrets that we didn't do that.
Why?
Because some of
What? Did something go wrong?
Yeah, Cameron.
What do you do?
Okay.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. So my ceremony, I wanted something a little bit different just because we had so many bridesmaids and groomsmen. We had 8 bridesmaids, 8 groomsmen, and then I had my sister Hadley was my junior bridesmaid, and so 9 on my side, 8 on Sean's side, and I just thought that's a lot to look at, and I want everyone to look at me and not be distracted, because I'm gonna be honest, like when I go to your weddings, guys, like I'm looking at everything. So like I'm looking at the bridesmaids' faces. Are they like happy? Like I'm like making stories in my head of what's happening.
Interesting.
And so I just knew like I didn't want anyone to do that for me. So I had
you are so weird. Like I would have never thought of that in my life.
Like I thought of every if and but, like everything. I had plan B, C, D, like everything.
But you're very type A.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Oh, hi, Vinny. We have a cat joining.
Okay.
Anyways, so
how did Cameron fuck up your ceremony?
Well, listen, so then this is what I'm getting to. So because of that, we had just my maid of honor, Sydney, and the I was just gonna say the man of honor, the best man, Derek, standing by us. So everyone walked down, they stood by us, and then our officiant gave them a cue to go be seated. So then everyone sat like behind our family in the second row, and then just the maid of honor, best man were by us. So it was just a little bit less to look at.
Yeah.
So when Gordon, our officiant, gave the cue to be seated.
What? Cameron is just like, I can't. Okay.
Like we had prepped him. We had talked about it in the hallway like before. So like we were like, you got it. Like it's really easy. Like you were telling him, Sydney was telling him, Derek was telling him, everyone was telling him like, you got this. You don't have to do anything really.
Yeah.
So when Gordon says, please be seated, I think it was Zach at the end. So he's leading everyone to be going to the second row. Cameron just starts walking down the aisle to go back to the second row. Derek grabs his arm and is like, no.
I did not even see that.
I was like,
I think I turned around because I was like doing the same thing on the other side. So I was like in formation, like marching with everybody because I was on the end. And that's such a Cameron thing. And for some reason, like he's so smart and competent, but when he's in front of people or has to like follow direction or there's any kind of like, you know, organization to something, he gets like weird in his head about it and like has like major brain farts. Like I don't know if this is related. It's like some part of his brain, but he cannot remember song lyrics. And I think not even one song lyric.
Why?
I don't know. It's like something's wrong with him. But that's why he likes the bebop boobop songs, the EDM.
That makes so much
because
sense.
There's no words in it.
It's just bebop boobop.
Yes.
Headbanger.
Yes. He's like a deaf person that just listens to like the vibrations. That's literally what he does.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's something wrong with him. But like that, yeah, I don't like it's just such a thing. Like, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
He just starts marching down. Like,
back down
we've
the
talked
aisle.
about this.
You knew.
We kind of rehearsed it. And he didn't even have to lead anything at that point. Just follow the line. Pack.
Yeah.
And there were like signals. Like he literally said.
He was literally
be
last
seated.
in line.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
He was right next to Derek. He had one job.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what I was saying about the rehearsal dinner is that I wished we would have done it there. So like that could have been avoided.
Yeah.
And then like my poor cousins, the ring bears and flower girls had no idea what was going on.
That's typical.
It was just
little kids have no clue what's going on ever. They're wandering around. Yeah. There's like
my
boogers coming out
that way.
Yeah, that's typical though. And then because they're like little kids, people are like, "Oh my god, it's so cute." But like no.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck. We've rehearsed this. Get it together.
Barely. That's why I feel bad.
I love that like the 5-year-olds and Cameron screwed it up.
I know.
like nobody else did besides them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of.
And also myself. Like I didn't know. These are all like the things that I noticed. Like I don't think anyone else noticed on the day, but since I'm like so crazy, like I was like making mental notes of everything that I thought went wrong.
Oh my god. I'm
not kidding. But there's 3 things. That was one, Cameron.
Okay.
The next thing was the kids. That's not their fault though. That was my bad.
Yeah.
And then when I was walking down the aisle, I didn't know what to do when I got down there. And neither did my dads. Both
hugging.
of them.
You didn't know how to hug them?
No, I didn't hug them.
Oh.
I just literally you just skirted.
You were like, "See ya," and you just grabbed Sean's hand and went up there. I think I remember that actually. Yeah. And then they were like,
standing there.
What do I do?
My stepdad looks like he's literally like in the military, like standing in formation.
Yes.
I literally just said peace, ditched them.
Yeah, and it was quick too. You're like, "Thank you for the ride," and then you were like, "Sean."
I know. Also, I didn't know that our live singer was gonna finish the song, so we're all just sitting there looking at her.
Can I tell you something though? Like, I don't remember that.
Okay, good.
I don't really remember that at all.
Okay, good.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was fine. Just like things I didn't have prepared in my head.
Yeah.
So I was standing there like.
Yeah. The vows you guys said were really sweet. Everyone was crying. Sean and you cried.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful.
He cried when I walked down the aisle. Yeah. I was so happy.
It was really sweet.
I can finally retweet my tweet from 2016.
What did you say?
It was like, if he doesn't cry when I walk down the aisle,
then peace out.
Then we're doing it again.
Oh my God. Take 2.
Or it was like, I don't know, something along those lines.
Yeah. You want them to cry.
And it happened.
It did, and it was really beautiful. The whole day was beautiful. All the flowers were gorgeous.
Obsessed.
The venue was beautiful. The day was a beautiful day.
Yeah. I feel like everything went like the morning of. I was just so nervous that like that went really, really slow because it was just the anticipation of the ceremony. I was just so scared well, obviously it's like a huge event in your life when you're like at the altar.
Yeah.
So I was terrified about that. I was so scared to talk in front of 200 plus people.
Yeah.
Like I made sure that Kayla had my bangs covering my face like this so that I could not look and see anyone.
You had like your blinders up.
I was literally protected. And thank God, because I would have literally threw up up there.
Yeah. I think, did you kind of, when you got up there, like, you didn't black out, but were you
No.
like less aware of like everybody staring at you because you were just like looking at Sean and like things just started rolling? Because that's how I felt at mine.
Yeah. I feel like the first like when I hugged Sean and not my dad.
Yeah.
That part was like, oh my God, it's literally happening. My legs were shaking so bad. And then I would lock them out and then I would be like, oh my God, they told me not to do that.
Yeah.
So then I would bend my knees a little. And then I was like moving my feet. Anyways, that felt like it was literally like before Garden got started talking, it felt like it was an hour. It felt so long because I was so nervous.
Yeah.
But then as soon as he started talking, I was literally only looking at Sean and holding his hands.
Yeah. It was perfect.
Yeah. And then it was literally perfect.
Yeah.
And then it calmed down so much. And
yeah. And then right after the ceremony, which I think is like the hardest part, you got all the photos really done. Like that's like just how the day kind of goes. And then after the ceremony, it's just like
so fun.
You get to breathe and then have like some drinks and get to listen to people like speak about you. And all of the speeches were really good, I thought. And I know Sydney, shout out to Sydney Bonaker, your maid of honor, was so nervous, but she did so well.
I know.
I just tried, like, speeches are so funny because you get so nervous to do it. And then, but like nobody in the entire room would switch places with you. Like everyone else would be just as nervous.
Yeah.
So that's what I kind of try to remember, but also no.
That's a good. That's
you know what I'm saying?
Way
Like
to
it's
think
like
about
it's like nobody out here could like do. Maybe they could do better, but maybe they wouldn't feel better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody's nervous about public speaking unless you have like some sort of weird magical gift. I've never met anyone like that.
Not me.
But that was awesome. And then like the whole reception was so fun. Your DJ was so fun.
It was so
and
amazing.
So many people stayed till the end, which is like
I know.
I don't think that happens a lot at weddings. Like maybe it does, but like a lot of people stayed.
Yeah.
And then
it was just like the thing that I will remember from. Well, obviously I'm gonna remember everything. Like
but like some highlighted things.
Yeah, is like the fact that almost a lot of people stayed. Not everyone, but a lot of people stayed, like parents, older people, like every single person was on the dance floor, like living their best life. It was so fun.
My mom and Cam's mom were dancing together like all night.
Yeah.
My mom loves to dance. And so the fact that like she was able to come and like just be there also, and Cam's parents it was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next day we're like deadly hungover, and so many people are coming up to us, like older people, like parts of our family and even like our friends and stuff, and are like, that was the best wedding we've ever been to. Like everything was perfect. Your vows were beautiful. Like it was so fun. Everyone had a blast. And they were like, it was just the best. And I literally felt like such a huge relief because I wanted everyone else to have fun. Like that was a huge thing for me as well, is to make sure that everyone else had fun. And it was really great validation that happened.
Good. It is such a relief because like you can wake up knowing that the planning's over, the actual day is over, because it is really a stressful day and it's sad. See, that's the thing. When you were like, I wish that I just could have relaxed
in the morning,
before everything got started. I wish I could have relaxed, because if I could do it over again and know that everything was going to be okay, I could just relax.
Yeah.
That's kind of like speeches, you know, like, or like anything that makes like anxiety or creates anxiety, and then you get through it, then you're like, oh, that's not that bad. I can do it again. Like giving a speech, like, or at least I feel like this. It's like, I get so nervous before giving a speech. I give the speech, I sit down, and then I'm like, okay,
it wasn't even that bad.
I can do that again.
Exactly.
It's no problem, because I know I'll survive and it's fine.
Yeah, literally.
It's just out of everything. Even like
that's exactly
jumping off a rock into a lake or some shit. Yeah. Anything like that.
Literally.
And so, but it was amazing. And then where did you go on your honeymoon?
Puerto Vallarta.
So fun, Mexico. Yes. That was your first time being out of the country ever at 26.
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, how old am I?
Well, I was like, wait, are you 26? But yeah, was really fun. Right.
It was so amazing. I like, because I was doing the entire wedding, Like Sean literally had not seen our venue until the day of. Like that's how dedicated he was to the wedding planning process.
I want to be surprised. I was like, shut the fuck up.
Literally.
You just don't want to go look at it.
Yeah. But
which is whatever.
Because I was doing the wedding, whatever, I was like, hey, you got the honeymoon. Like, I've never been out of the country. I have no clue what to do, how it works. Like, you got this.
Mm-hmm.
So he planned it.
Yep.
And he picked this beautiful, beautiful resort. I think it was called like the Plaza Rio or something.
Okay.
It's like this huge, like it looked like a castle. It was white. It was so cute.
Mm-hmm.
They just like they had newly. Oh my god! I just had a brain fart.
Redid?
Yeah, redid it. Renovations.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
In like 2022. So it was like insane.
Was it all inclusive?
Yeah.
Okay. So fun.
There was like 6 different bars, like literally right when you walk in there's a bar. I was like, hell yeah. And then the pool was amazing, swim up bars, everything. It was just so fun.
How many nights? Wait, you were there for a week?
We were there for 7 nights, 8 days.
And how many nights did you actually get drunk?
I would say maybe 2.
Yeah. Because it's like, well, first of all, it's a lot.
I got COVID.
You got COVID while you were there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How do you know it's COVID?
Because our friends tested positive and they knew they were sick at the wedding, but they didn't test beforehand.
Yeah.
So I was shared a drink with said person.
Yeah.
And Sean was already sick right when we got there. Like the day of traveling, he was sick.
Yeah.
And then I got sick like 2 days later.
That's like literally the worst.
But it was fine because like that morning that I woke up sick, I was like literally bawling and I was like, this is horrible. I was like,
yeah, you're so hard on yourself. You're like, I'm ruining the trip.
Yeah.
And like, no, you're
I
not.
was so
it's not
sad.
like you're like, I want to, I want to get sick and ruin this for everyone. Like, no.
But then we just laid out in the sun, like literally the entire day. And we played some mermaids in the pool. And I feel like I sweated all out because it was so hot.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it like went away way faster. I drank more water than I've ever drank in my life that day.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good.
Yeah.
So it was over in like 2 days. But that happened. But we got drunk during the day.
Yeah, you kind of get like you get there, you just start kind of drinking,
Yeah.
you buzz a little bit, and then you kind of stop, and it's like.
And there's like way more activities during the day there than there was at night.
Did you ever go to downtown Puerto Vallarta?
No.
Okay.
We didn't leave the resort
That's
because I
probably
got sick.
You just said that.
Yeah.
Probably makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fine. We had people say it's safe, but also like I was just like so like anxious. Like, as soon as we got to the airport, I thought I was going to be abducted.
When you landed in Mexico?
No, on our way back home. I'm, like, literally psycho. Like, I didn't want to leave the resort because I was scared about, like...
Well, that's so psycho. I mean, you hear so many things.
Yeah.
And just, like... I mean, better to weigh on the side of caution.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But, I mean, people go there all the time. You went out, like, everyone we had talked to. We were planning on it, but then I got sick, so we didn't.
That's fair.
Yeah. And then on the way home, I thought I was being abducted.
Like, in the car?
Yeah. I, like, randomly, this guy, the Uber, or no, it was a cab, whatever. His car, he had this, like, weird, like, scent. Like, you know when, like, you burn... What's it called? Like sage?
Incense?
Yeah. Yeah. It was the worst smell I've ever smelled in my life. Like,
you don't like that smell?
No. And instantly I was sick. I was like, oh God, I'm literally sick.
And this was on the way home.
Yeah. Like we're leaving the resort to go to the airport and it's like a 30-minute drive. And, it just was so bad of smell. Mm-hmm. And it was like really... It was a really like kind of like, I don't know, like the car in front of us that got the cab was like this like brand new like 2024 like Audi. And then the one we got into.
Somebody was like.
I thought he like.
An imposter.
In my head, yeah. I thought he drove up here. I'm a cab. you know, and then he was like saying some shit in the car, and I was like, this is weird. And then I would text Sean, I'm scared. And then we got to the airport. Oh, this is what really, like, I was like, I need to be aware of that.
Okay.
So we pull up to the airport, and the guy is signaling to a guy that's standing on the street, and he's like holding up a 2, and he keeps doing this to the guy. And Sean's on TikTok, so with his AirPods in, he's not paying attention, and I'm literally like eyes wide open.
You thought he was like,
I
hey,
was
I've
like,
got two for you.
Two of them in this one.
Oh my God.
I was like, the smell that is in this car is like drugging me right now. He's preparing us to like, I was like scared.
Honestly, that is a thought I've had before.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to pass out from the smell because it's like some sort of gas that's going to put me down.
So then as soon as we get in the airport, I'm like, I'm gonna be sick. Like, I need to go find a bathroom. I'm sick. Like, I'm unwell. I need to throw up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And so then I, like, multiple times. I didn't tell you this.
No.
So
I wonder what it was actually from.
Yeah, I don't know. And when we got in there, I was like wearing like, it's like literally this, I don't think this matters, but in my head, I was wearing like a crop top and like really short shorts because it was really hot out.
Yeah.
And I was going to change when we got to the airport, but I kind of looked like like my butt was out. Not really, but like.
You're implying that you were wearing like little clothing so people were going to abduct you because you were sexy girl.
Yeah. Sexy girl. So instantly I was like, I need to get more clothing.
That's
on.
insane. I just like, it's so.
But listen, it gets worse. So then we go in the airport. That guy that he was signaling comes in. I'm like, here we go.
Into the airport?
Yeah.
Like behind you?
Yeah. I'm like, here we go.
Well, you were in public. They're not going to just like bag you up from behind.
Well, I didn't know. And so then I'm like looking around the whole time we're walking through. We check our bags. I'm still like this. I'm like, I need to go throw up again.
Does Sean know at this point that you feel like you're about to get abducted?
No, I had no chance to tell him because what if they heard me?
I can't even deal with it.
So then this is all just happening in my head.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the reality is that
nothing.
You got in a cab and they brought you to the airport, and you this entire time
I'm
thought
making up
that
stories.
somebody was releasing gas in the cabin, signaling that they had 2 fresh pickings for the sex ring.
Yes.
Okay.
So I go to
how nice would life be if our heads were not making up fucking stories?
That's terrifying. Who wants to think like that?
So you go to the bathroom and you throw up. I go to the bathroom
and I look at Sean and I go, do not leave this spot right here.
Yeah.
I go, I'm going in there. Do not leave because when I come out, I need to see you.
Yeah. Did you ever think that like when you went into the bathroom that someone was gonna take Sean?
Yeah, and come in and get me. So I was like so scared. This was really terrifying. I'm like in there sweating because I'm like so nervous, throwing up.
Well, and you don't feel good.
Yeah. So then I'm throwing up. I'm like trying to get it all out. And then Sean texts me. I'm probably in there for like 20 minutes at this point. And he's like, are you okay? I'm about to come in. Like, have you been abducted?
Oh my God.
So then I'm like, all right, I'll hold it together. Like, I'll get my shit together and we'll be fine. So I go out there and I like felt a little better. And I was like, I literally thought we were getting abducted. Like once we got past security and stuff, I was like, okay, I'm free. Like I'm safe. Like,
yeah.
And then I still didn't feel well. So then I was like, can we go shopping? Because I really wanted a sweatshirt for some reason.
Like at the airport?
Yeah. And then I had changed into my like ugly duckling clothes, like big baggy Coors shirt and like sweatpants.
Yeah.
So I was no longer sexy girl.
Yeah. So you were safe. I literally don't understand. Like when we're going to Jamaica and at the airport, why are people in dresses like stilettos?
No.
Why are you dressed up to sit in a fucking airplane? Like I can't imagine something worse than like wearing jeans to the airport.
No.
Or like anything. Like I know. In leggings and a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Why are we wearing nice clothes to the airport?
Never.
Nobody needs to look like a model at the airport.
No.
I mean, if that's your preference, that's cool. But I don't get it, and I will never be caught dead in jeans
No.
at the airport.
That's disgusting.
Do you wear
disgusting?
Do you wear
but, like,
shorts?
For me,
Do you wear shorts when you're
No.
flying?
no.
Okay, because like it's gross.
Yeah.
Right? I did
want my
on
kookaloo.
accident one time.
Oh no.
And I
You
was
didn't change?
well, I didn't have time. I realized as I was like giving the check bag and it like they chuck it on the thing. I was like, fuck, I'm in like biker shorts. And so
That's
I'm like,
not as bad.
yeah, but I'm sitting there like my legs are touching the seat and then
Mhm.
like I have anxiety flying, so I'm sweating. There's like the water
Yeah.
everywhere and I
Yeah.
just like it's not cool.
No.
Um
Well, now you learned.
yeah.
Never again.
Yeah, but that's just like so interesting. I don't know why I thought
I think
that.
it's so gross to fly in shorts.
Yeah, you just like like there's just so many people and like everyone is disgusting.
Well,
Including
let's not
myself.
say that.
No, including myself. Like I don't want to touch like anyone else's like thing. Like I don't even
Yeah,
want to
no.
be like even like being close together like on the airplane. I'm just like breathing in people's breaths and like people are farting.
I think it's like good air though.
people are farting.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
There was a time when I was flying back from Ireland, 9-hour flight. Okay.
I could never.
Okay, so you know when you have to fart,
Yes.
but like I can't fart on the plane. I can't.
I don't think I ever have.
And this was like
either.
a big plane. So we got the 3 seats
Did you
on
have
the side,
like a
4
laying
in the
back
middle.
thing
No. Just
do you
straight
do?
up
for 9 hours?
for 9 hours.
Do you get food?
Yes, we got breakfast, lunch and dinner. They gave it like yeah. It was horrible. It was
Were you by yourself?
horrible. No, I was with my whole family. Or like my mom, dad,
That's
and Riley.
actually insane.
It was
Wait,
horrible.
can you get like the laying down ones? Is that like more
for like
expensive?
$6-7 grand for a flight. I actually looked that up because I was curious. I looked up a flight to London, and I think it's like the comfort, like first class comfort or whatever, where you get like your
Like
own
the
pod.
Comfort Plus?
It was like $7,000
What?
to get there. $7 grand. I wouldn't even spend $7 grand on like the full trip,
Yeah.
the rental of the place, the
whole
travel, the tickets everywhere. Like no. Isn't that nuts? It's like why if you can get a $7,000 ticket, why are you not flying private? Right?
I don't
like
know
you're
how
just
much
like
that runs.
you're like one step under
Yeah.
private.
Maybe that's like what the rich people want.
I don't know,
Or
but
maybe it's like a business trip or something and the company's paying for, I don't know.
yeah. Okay, I'm going to switch up here really quickly. Did you know that I hit a deer?
When?
It was Sunday.
Was it by 212?
No, so this is the first time I've ever hit a deer, and it was so fucking horrific and traumatic, and I don't even want to like explain it and get into the details.
Is your car okay?
It was Cam's car actually, which is even worse. Yes. So
What's it called again?
a Polestar 2.
Yeah.
So I took his car, and it's so annoying too because so I shot a wedding for somebody. I needed to upload the photos and start uploading to them because they have a process. It was my fault that I didn't start the upload early enough. So I was like, I got to bring the cards to them. So I got in my car and I drove.
Okay, so like this was someone hired you.
Yes.
A photographer hired you.
Yes.
Not a couple.
Correct.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I got to get these cards to this photographer so that they can do their thing in a timely manner. So it's annoying that I technically, if I would have just done what I needed to do, I wouldn't have even been driving. Right?
Yeah.
So, but anyways, so I brought the cards. I'm driving. I'm talking to Cameron. Literally the second I hang up, a deer, I'm not even kidding you, I'm driving, runs in front of me, like boom, like as I'm like driving just right in front of me. It's not like it was like out a couple feet or whatever, just literally as I'm like driving, I hit it. And I like screamed. I like grabbed the wheel, I shut my eyes and I screamed because I felt it hit the car.
Shut your eyes.
Well, I went like this because like I saw the deer fucking like fly over the car. And I'm not going to explain like what like after that because it's just so sad. Aww. But I was shaking, crying. I was shaking, I was bawling, and this woman pulls up next to me. And she rolls down her window and she's telling me to roll down the window. And she's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I just hit a deer." I was like sobbing. So she pulls over and she gets out of her car and she opens the door and she like gets me out of the car.
Aww.
And she like hugged me and like was rubbing my back and making sure that I was okay because I was shaking uncontrollably.
Why am I gonna cry?
It's so like because it was so sweet. You could tell that she was a mother. Like you could just tell by the way she was like, you know, working with me while I was like hysterical. And she caring for me. I didn't know I don't know. But and she goes, I'm gonna go into the woods and like make sure it's not like dying like right there, otherwise we should probably call somebody to put it out of its misery, you know, because I fucking hit a deer. Like there's no way it like wasn't like struggling. Like I don't.
Where were you?
I was like it was in Minnetrista, and I was like coming out of a neighborhood up on like a side road, so like I was only going like 30 miles an hour, but anyways, so she went and looked and it wasn't there, and she came over and gave me a hug, and then I got back in the car and I was like driving. But it's like such a fucking...
You didn't have to call the police or anything?
No, nothing. Like I didn't... The deer like eventually got up and ran away. Yeah, it's so sad. And
was
then
there like blood on your car?
There was no blood. There's a little bit of its fur though.
Oh.
No, see, I don't even want to talk about it. It makes me want to throw up because it's just like so sad.
Is there damage to the Polestar?
Yeah. So
bad?
I don't know. It's going to take, I mean, we have to like get it fixed, and it's going to cost us money, and it's just so stupid and annoying, but anyways.
So what did you have to give? Like
SD cards.
Okay.
Like the memory cards of the wedding I shot.
Yes.
Because typically I upload it onto my computer and send them the files online.
Mm-hmm.
But because there's so many, it takes too long. Yeah. And they were like, I need it now. So that's why I went and did it.
Okay.
But if I would have started the upload earlier, they would have had it in time and I wouldn't have had to drive. So the point is that I'm a procrastinating piece of shit.
Yes.
And I literally, if something's stressing me out, I will not do it. I will literally be like, oh my God, it's time. It's time to rake the grass. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I need to like finish this gallery and send it. But there's an open play pickleball, or I need to fucking clean the deck. Like, I don't know, like literally anything else.
Anything but.
Of anxious avoidant person. I feel like I don't like to do things that need to get done, even though doing them releases so much like little mundane tasks make me feel like I'm choking to death.
Really?
Yes.
I love crossing things off the list.
I know. It's because you're a type A person and I'm a type B person. Like we're like complete opposites when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Can we talk about how you finally got on meds?
Oh yeah. So I've been dealing with anxiety for a really long time. Eventually, it was getting so bad that I was having frequent panic attacks. And
I think we talked about this now it would be like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
In like 2022, on one of our episodes, we talked about like mental health. I think I talked about how I was on meds.
Yeah.
You talked about how you should be going on meds.
Yeah. And so I finally was like, I was just like crying all the time. I was having panic attacks, and it was like really becoming something that was like
a burden.
Yeah. It was affecting my life day to day.
Your daily routine.
So I finally was like, okay, I'm going to go to the OB and deal with it and just see if I can get on something.
Also, we need to like say that like your OB is the only doctor that you go to, because typically you like don't go to your OB to get anxiety meds, but like that's fine. Well, because that's the only person you see.
The reason, that, and also I remember when I had like just started to feel anxiety for the first time, I had mentioned that to her during one of my checkups, and she was like, do you need some Xans? And so I was like, can you do that? Like, can you prescribe that? And so she must have some other, I don't know, if like all OBs
my OB is doing it for me too, because obviously I've been on the meds. Well, I'm different meds, but for a long time, and I moved from Sioux Falls. So when I got my OB here, that's the only person I'm seeing here.
Yeah. And
so she was like, if you want, we can end all of your not subscriptions. What are they called?
Prescriptions?
Yeah.
Prescriptions.
Okay.
Like a prescription medication.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm literally an idiot.
No, you're not.
Okay. So we'll end all of those. And
Sorry, I just want to make sure
No, you're
everything's
fine.
good.
And I'll start it here. So then she did mine, and we canceled all the ones in Sioux Falls.
Got it. Okay. But yeah, so I went to her, I sat down and I explained a little bit of like my symptoms and how I was feeling. And like, I feel like maybe depression was creeping in a little bit too. And I just like was like, there has to be something that can help this because it was horrible. And so she was like, let's start you on sertraline or Zoloft or whatever the hell it is. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And, I feel like I was like, so part of my anxiety is like my health anxiety and like having reactions to things. And I don't really know where that comes from, but it is random and weird. Like I'm very hypersensitive to the way my body feels when things are happening, or if like I'm eating things that I'm not like used to eating, or like if I'm like like for example, if I'm like starting a new like a face serum, I buy a face serum or something. I'm like, I don't know what's in this, and I'm scared to put it on my face in case there's a reaction or something. Yeah, I don't know what that. I'm just so scared of going into like anaphylaxis and not being able to breathe. It's weird.
Interesting.
I don't know. So then I was like, okay, there's this new medication. Here are the side effects: seizures, your heart could stop beating, like all this shit. And I'm like, fuck, this is I'm scared to take my anxiety meds because of my anxiety towards the meds. And so I was like so fucking stupid. So one day I just shoved it down my gullet.
Good.
And I feel like I don't feel, the only thing that the meds have done for me is like slowed down my brain. Yeah. I don't have these like obsessive compulsive thoughts about things that may happen in the future. It's just, I'm just like living normally. Finny is really
sorry. But I totally agree with you. Like it's like your mind finally can like stop racing. Yeah. Sorry, Finny. I
don't think they can even see her like this.
You don't think?
No, because it's, well, maybe just the top of her head. But yeah, it's
your mind just like calms down and it's not racing. It's not like all of these thoughts like running around. Yeah. It's like like finally like flat.
You can just function at a normal pace. I feel like also for me, like coming to the conclusion that's like, okay, it's just time for medication, wasn't like hard for me, but it was like, when do I know when, like, if I can just get through it, like, or if it's like situational, or if like I do need medication because there's actually a chemical imbalance in my brain. And then, you know, my mom is somebody that I lean on so heavily, and so I would come to her during like especially hard times of the day, and she was eventually like, I think it's time to like look into something like a little more serious. And you know, like mental health like problems like run in my family, and so it makes sense that maybe I would struggle with it as well. And I'm really glad that I did it, and I feel like it's made my life better because of it. I feel like I don't like question things. Do you think it's
made your like relationships better as well?
Yeah, I do. I think like anxiety causes irritability, and I feel like irritability is not a cute look, and like getting angry and like lashing out at people, I feel like has gone down a little bit. I still do it because I'm a human. Yeah. But like my patience has gone up because I don't have those anxiety ridden reactions of like, you know, like I would be anxious about something. Other people aren't anxious. So like they aren't feeling the same way I am. And so in my head, I'm like, why are you not feeling this anxiety that I'm feeling? And so when they would not react in the same way, I would get irritated, because you know, when you're anxiety, it's not a comfortable feeling.
No, it's horrible.
Why are you not feeling this way? Like, why are you acting like that? It's annoying. Like I need this from you because I'm feeling like because your body just like wants to crawl out of itself.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of gone away for me a little bit. And like, even to bring up pickleball again, I still have moments of like getting frustrated with myself, but I would like want to quit every time I'd play, or I would be like so mean to people because I was like so mad at myself because I just had this rage, and I like feel like a little bit of that has gone away, like for sure. I just have like more patience, And that's huge because I don't want to ever like lash out at people or make people feel like shit or like yell at anyone, because that's not cool. I don't want to be that person. I don't like getting yelled at.
Yeah.
So like, why would I yell at others? So like,
I think that's like huge though, because literally we've talked about it for so long, and like you've always said that, oh, like mine's not like big enough for me to go on meds. You like never would equate your anxiety to like being enough.
yeah.
And I tried to tell you so many times that this isn't gonna impact just your anxiety, but like literally every aspect, like like you said, like irritability, your patience, like it, going on meds literally changed my life and the way that I interacted with people. Literally, this is a recopy of what we talked about 2 years ago.
That's okay.
But literally, it changes so much for you. And like some people don't go on the meds, they do therapy, which is great. But like literally, you have a chemical imbalance in your head, and you need stuff to do that.
Yeah, you need help with it.
Yeah.
And I think when we were originally talking about it at that point, I was having like infrequent panic attacks, and they were quick, and I wasn't like crying as much, and I didn't feel depression at that point, but it was just getting worse. So then I was like, okay, something needs to actually happen here. And yeah, it's only 50 milligrams, which is low dose.
It's like a starter.
Yeah, the starter. I feel like I'm good at that right now. I feel good about it. And yeah, it's just, I feel like I've the last however many months, maybe 2-3 months, maybe now it has been 3, maybe a little less than 3, but I noticed like 2 weeks into it, I actually noticed like my mood. I stopped crying every day.
Good.
I would cry like at least 3 times a week.
Really?
Yeah. And I've gone like,
that's so sad.
I've gone like, well, it was just like so like, it was just
why
overwhelming thoughts of just like doom. That was like the depression, I think. So like I just felt like my life was gonna end at like any second. Not like I would die, but I just felt like I was gonna like lose it all at any second. That's how I felt.
Sad.
Yeah, I know. So and I was like, why though? Like, why can't I just like be okay? So that was like, and it was just really, I don't know.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. So then after 2 weeks of taking it, I haven't like cried over random shit like that for over a month and a half.
Good.
I'm just like
round of applause.
Regulating at a normal pace.
We love that.
I'm just like being chill,
which is
you
great.
know? Yeah. So if you're feeling like you're would benefit, if it sounds like you relate to any of this at any point, I would definitely check out a sertraline
or
it's perfect.
Wellbutrin.
Or
definitely not Lexapro. Gained 60 pounds on that shit.
Lexapro, well, I've heard good things about it.
It's great for your mind, but your body can have negative reactions.
Side effects. But then you just figure it out and you go with it.
And then you get off of it and you
start Wellbutrin, and then you start your
lose weight.
Health, and then you just go for it, and it's fun. All
right. I'm going to ask you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the life events, personal growth, pop culture, funny, lighthearted, relationship. No, we're not doing that.
What's the pop culture? That's kind of fun. What is
Okay.
it? Is it gonna like ask me like what is like a
like the favorite movie you watched this past year?
Okay. Let me think about that. Do you know yours?
Yes.
Okay, what was it?
I just watched it, and you're gonna be mad at me. Let me adjust this.
Why?
Because I said I was gonna wait for you.
You watched it.
It's so good.
That's really fucking
Inside
rude.
Out 2, I cried so much.
Okay, don't like spill things because I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
and we were gonna watch it together, you guys, and then she just watched it without me, and then she's gonna tell me about it, and she's gonna ruin the movie.
I'm just gonna say, I've watched a lot of movies, but just the way they portrayed anxiety is like so realistic, and like I felt like, oh, like that's literally how it is, like to some extent, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So like giving other people, like, for example, I hope my dad's watched it, probably not, but like my dad has no idea about anxiety. He's always kind of thought it was like not real. So like giving people that kind of don't believe that it's real an idea of how it is for someone,
Yeah.
that was huge. Like, and that a kid movie could do that, like that's insane.
Yeah. I
That's my
literally
favorite.
don't think I've watched a movie since.
What?
I don't watch like movies. I don't like to go into theaters because I don't want to get shot.
Oh, I went to one. Oh, This Is Us. No. It ends with us.
Oh, I haven't seen that either.
Really?
Fuck me. Okay, well, I don't have a good.
Also went to Wolverine and Deadpool in the theater.
I watched that. It was terrible. Next.
I thought it was funny. Okay. Best TV show you binged?
I really liked Presumed Innocence.
Mm.
It's on Apple TV, I think it is.
I think my mom was telling me to watch this.
I told you to watch it. It has
Okay.
Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
Dude, my mom also told me to watch this, I think. And she was like, I'll give you our Apple TV.
It's really good.
Okay.
So watch it.
All right.
And Bad Monkey, I watched that. And
What's that?
it has Vince Vaughn in it. It's good.
Okay.
Also on Apple TV.
Mine would be, I have two.
Okay.
So How I Met Your Mother.
Oh.
First time I've ever watched it with Sean. It was one of his favorites growing up, I guess. That's what he said. So good. Loved it. Wish I could rewatch it. Well, like for the first time again. And then The Monsters, Eric.
Oh, yeah.
And Lyle.
Yeah.
Menendez.
That was good too. Yeah.
It's so good. And it just gave, like, then it led into so much more.
Yes.
And I'm just so happy that, like, their trial's getting, like, relooked at. They're, like, possibly going to be given parole. Like, that's just huge. Like, who would have thought that a Netflix documentary
would lead to something like that?
Well, then they came out with their own Netflix documentary.
Right. Did you watch the Dahmer monster one?
I think so.
With Evan?
Yeah, I think I watched some of it.
Name?
I don't know.
Some Evans?
I got scared, so I had to stop watching it.
Yeah, it's creepy as fuck. Yeah.
So I couldn't do that.
Okay, perfect.
All right. What song was your go-to jam this year? That's hard.
I wish I had my phone on me. I feel like we've been going to a lot of EDM concerts, so it's
so many.
Probably EDM something.
That's crazy.
Thank you. Obviously, like, I'm sorry, but I listened to a lot of Chris Brown too. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? Stop listening to it?
My jam this past year.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm just looking at my liked songs to see what I like really listen to. I don't know.
We should when Christmas rolls around, or New Year's, I mean, we should do our Spotify Wrapped. That's gonna be so embarrassing.
No, it's literally gonna be all love songs for me because I got married and I listened to so many.
Then you're gonna get exposed.
Can't wait. I really like to.
You have about 3 seconds to pick a song.
With You, it's a love song, but it's really good. It's Tyler Shaw. So good.
There's a Chris Brown song called With You.
Yeah, I know.
I need you, boo.
Oh, Stargazing is so good.
All right, next.
Okay. Nasty. That's good.
Up and a nasty girl.
Yep. Any books you've really enjoyed reading this past year?
Just kidding. I started the ACOTAR series because my sister told me to. I read the first book and I liked it. And I was told by many, many people that the second book is the best by far and that it's actually a lot of people's favorite book ever. So I'm like 40% into it. I'm just like, why is this the best book ever? I don't get it. So I kind of stopped. Also, it's like so hard to read it because it's just like, because it's a mythical land and there's like made up things everywhere. You read a sentence and it's like, what the fuck did I just read? They're like not real words.
Yeah.
Because it's like making, like it's referring to made up things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know what this is saying. But I read A Handmaid's Tale. Wait, is that what it's called? The Handmaid? I think it's just literally called The Maid. The Maid?
Oh, the one we read together for book club?
Yes.
The Housemaid?
The Housemaid. Thank you. Handmaid's Tale. The Housemaid. So there's like, they just announced that they're putting out a movie with Sydney Sweeney.
Really?
Yeah, which I'm annoyed with because she's a terrible actress. Like, let's just be honest. She's not good at acting.
She's fine.
No, she's not. She was good in Euphoria because that was her character is what she's good at acting. Okay, she's not a good actress. She's not versatile. Like, this is what people do in the movies. One person gets really popular and then they're in every movie. Yeah. It's so annoying. I don't need to see.
She's going to be the main character?
She's going to be the maid.
Then really?
Yes. It's annoying. Like, you don't need to be in there. I want to see something else. I want to see someone else who's better actress out there.
But she's done horror films and I feel like I've never watched them.
No, she's like the sexy, like, blonde girl. It's just like what she does. Like, I'm sorry. I do not have a problem with her. I just genuinely don't think she's a good actress. That movie that you said you really liked,
I loved it.
It was so ass. I can't even deal with
Anyone But You.
Yeah, Cameron and I were like laughing at each because it was so cheesy and terrible.
Loved it.
Yeah, I know you did. You also like The Vampire Diaries.
Love.
So it's kind of just, we have a difference of opinion here.
Literally.
But anyways, long story short, I'm starting the second book of that series and it's called The Housemaid's Secret. So that's the second one in the series, and then
should I start that?
Yeah, we should start it together. I literally just bought it. And then there's a third one that I would like to read after called The Housemaid's. What's it called? Secret or something?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, remind me to do that.
I will. Next question.
Can you come with me to the library to get a library card so I can get free books on my Kindle after this?
Maybe. Let's finish this.
All right. My favorite book this past year has been 28 Summers. So good. I don't even know who it's by. I'd have to look it up.
We don't have time for this.
So good. Highly recommend. It's about this girl who meets the love of her life one summer with her brother. It's her brother's best friend. And unfortunately, he is on a break from his girlfriend, so then they like have this like great weekend together in Nantucket. And then
why is every love book in Nantucket? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like on the beach in like Maine and Rhode Island. Like what? Okay.
And then he goes back to real world, real life after this glorious weekend, but they make a pact to meet there every single summer, like no contact the whole year.
That's like the Colleen Hoover book. November 7th.
Yeah.
It's like
just
that.
like that.
Yeah,
except it's older people. Like you watch them for 28 summers. And so like you see every stage of their life. It's really, really interesting.
I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna put that on my Goodreads. Follow us on the Goodreads.
Please don't.
Okay, next question.
There's weird books on there. All right. Who was your favorite celebrity? No. I don't like that question. What's the funniest thing that happened to you this year?
The funniest?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. I don't know. I don't really laugh anymore.
All right. How about what new hobby did you pick up this past year? I did that on purpose.
Her name is Pickleball, and I love her. It's not really new. I just have really gotten into it.
I don't have a new hobby.
Okay.
I stopped planning a wedding and I'm looking for things to do.
Perfect. Pickleball.
I could say the gym.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's a hobby, is working out.
Yeah.
All right. Was that the last question?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ladies.
And gentlemen, if there's any men out there listening, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at your tat.
Oh, it's pretty fucked up, huh?
You just need to get it redone.
I don't want anyone to touch it because I feel like it's going to look even worse. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. We hope that we are back next week. And if we're not,
we'll keep them coming, actually.
I don't know what to tell you.
No, we'll keep them coming. I'll hold us accountable.
Thank you.
And we'll just follow us on Instagram, please, because I worked very hard on that. So we'll get that running again.
Yeah, you were doing very good at that.
Thank you.
So let's keep it going.
I love doing that.
I'll edit the vlog, and I'll edit this, and you do the Instagram stuff. Okay.
We love that.
Well, thanks guys so much.
Also, we'll get everything updated with our new names.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we love you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Okay, bye. Me.
Peace. What's me?
It's like, who wants to go stare at the Four Seasons? Me. Yeah. Okay, bye.